Hello, I'm Deanna Herron, host of the Deanna Herron podcast show. Have you ever wanted to do something bold, like start a business, write a book, or go for your dream job? This show was created for women just like you who want to be bold, shine bright with grace. My goal is to educate you, inspire you, and empower you with ideas that can transform your life. Be inspired by the Deanna Herron podcast show at deannaherron.net. Hello, this is Deanna Herron, and welcome to the Deanna Herron podcast show. As always, I'm super excited to come to you today with a topic that is near and dear to my heart. And the reason why it's so near and dear to my heart is I have experienced it in the past, or I am currently experiencing it. So I want to remind you that this podcast is designed to help you be bold in who you are. Stand up for who you were created to be, to help you shine your light so bright for this world, because you were created with an amazing light that deserves to shine. And to do all of that with grace, not just for others, but for yourself. Thank you for being a part of this amazing community that has been created through this podcast. Our topic today is your biggest asset for business, for life, for marriage, for your personal life, and for your family life. And your biggest asset is you. That you are your biggest asset. We need to invest in ourselves. And I'm going to talk to you today about how you can invest in yourself. Your outer life is a direct reflection of what you're thinking. And if you value yourself, you will take care of you. As business women, as moms, as wives, as friends, as daughters, we give and we give and we give. And most of us think that it's selfish to take time away for ourselves. But I want you to know, if you don't fill yourself up, you will have nothing to give to this world. It is so important that you fill your tank. And I'm going to talk to you today about how you can fill your tank. Starting with a question: do the people that know you the most, do they get your very best? I have to tell you, there have been times in my life where I could absolutely say no. I was so laser focused on my goals, on my dreams, about serving so many people, that those that were in my home did not get my very best. And I have learned how to switch that to the most important people in my world, and that's my family. And we're going to talk about self-care today. And I want you to know that self-care, it's a buzzword right now, and it is not having a manicure. It is not doing your hair. It is not getting a pedicure. It's not getting a massage. It's not getting your Botox or your wax. That's called maintenance, you guys. That's just things that we have to do to maintain, right? That's not self-care. Self-care is actually doing things that will build your energy, not suck the life out of you. So we're going to talk about things that will absolutely help you to build your energy so that you can serve multitudes of people, and taking care of yourself as well, because you are first. And if you don't take care of you first, you will have nothing to give to those people that are truly so important to you. I'm going to give you 5 ideas that you can incorporate to help you build energy. These are things that I have done in my life to really create so much energy in my life so that I can give. These are things that I constantly do to energize myself, but they are not things that I have done all at once. So I want to remind you that if you are trying to do all 5 at one time, incorporate all 5 into your life right now, you're setting yourself up for failure. So I recommend that you begin with 1 at a time. The first one I want to talk to you about is exercise. And I think exercise for women is so misleading. And I think society has told us that we need to exercise for the way that we look. And I want to switch your mindset to exercise for the way that you feel. For the way that you feel. And you know what will happen? Is you will feel better about yourself as well if you just get out and do a little bit of exercise. You can start small. When I was 22 years old, I made a switch in my entire life. I began to eat healthy and I began to do a little bit of exercise. And that little bit of exercise, I started with just walking around the block. Walking around the block. And slowly, I walked around the block twice, and then 3 times, and then 4 times. And by the time I was 29 and about to deliver my first child, I was walking 4 miles a day just to give me energy. So when you exercise, your body produces endorphins, and those are your happy hormones. And don't we want to be happy? So exercise for the way you feel and not necessarily for the way that you look. And eventually you can add on to that, doing weights, doing a treadmill, Peloton, whatever that is, but start slow. Number 2 is something that will really give your body energy, is nourishing your body with foods that will serve you. I'm going to share with you something that may just blow your mind. Processed foods. Things that are in no shape or form related or even look like anything that comes from the earth, they don't serve you. They actually drain your body of energy because our bodies were not created to process foods like that. And they are extremely energy zappers for sure. You want to fill your body with good things, things that come from the earth, as little processed foods as possible. And that includes processed sugar, white flour, white rice, and fill your body with fruits, veggies, clean meats, fresh meats, and things that will really provide that energy for you. Number 3 is stillness. Giving yourself an opportunity to sit in a peaceful state, whether it's meditation, prayer, reading, whatever that is. For me, I sit in stillness, I meditate, and there are times when I just feel like I need to go sit down and just read for a little bit. Just read. And it may be a leadership book, it may be a self-help book, or it may be a trashy book, whatever. But I just allow myself to be in stillness. When we moved, I've been in a small town for 3 years. We live on 20 acres. I am from the city. I'm from the city. I'm a city girl. I love to wear high heels. I love to dress up. And we moved to the country. And truly, God put it on my heart first. We live in my husband's hometown where he grew up. And there's no way we would have ever moved here unless God put it on my heart. And it was truly on my heart. Around that time, our youngest went to college and we became empty nesters. My mother passed away shortly thereafter. 6 months later, my husband's mom passed away. My husband retired and then we moved. That was in less than a year. And I'm telling you, the only way that I am not in a fetal position today is because I sat in stillness, in meditation, and in worship. And I got to the point where I can sit still for about an hour. In the beginning, it was 3 minutes. 3 minutes was super hard to do. But allowing your brain to rest and being able to hear from the divine God. So important. Number 4 is being aware of who you surround yourself with. And we all know those people in our lives that will drain our energy. Maybe they're constantly criticizing. Maybe they're constantly complaining, constantly gossiping, right? We talked about that on a previous podcast. And these are energy drainers. They're energy drainers. So be careful who you surround yourself with. If you don't walk away from a conversation and think, oh my word, my heart is so full, I can't wait to hang around with that person next, then it's very possible that is a person that you need to limit in your life. You need to limit that person. So be careful who you are hanging around with, because people who have a tendency to be glass half empty people are going to zap your energy. You want to surround yourself with people who have goals and dreams and are positive and have a glass half full type mentality, an abundance mentality. Abundance gives you energy. Abundance helps you have a positivity in life that is so contagious. Number 5, I honestly don't know which one is more important, but number 5, I would say, is probably the hardest for me. And a little background on this, I believe that I became super responsible at a very young age, probably 12 or 13. And so playtime was not something that I participated in. And to this day, I have to make myself play a little bit, have fun, do some things that are silly, out of your comfort zone, just to play. This is so important, you guys, because when you're constantly working, it will wear you down and drain your energy. So playfulness fills your tank and really helps you to have more energy. So let me give you some ideas of some things that I do to play and have fun. So my husband and I, we have a retreat center where I hold retreats. And it's on our property, and we have a pool table, we have a shuffleboard, and every now and then we will just go in there and play pool and play some music and just have fun. Just relax and have fun. Going out with some friends and maybe going bowling, doing fun things like that maybe you don't do very often, but allow yourself to play and have fun. My favorite way to play is with my grandkids. And we can get in a major playful mode where I just love to watch their imagination roll. And if you have small children, this is an amazing way to play. So put your phone down, turn the TV off, and sit and play. Let your imagination go where your children go and have fun, just relaxing for a little bit. I'm going to tell you it fills my tank more than anything to be around those two boys who have such a creative mind. And I walk out of that situation going, I can't wait until I am able to spend more time with those two boys. These are all tips, like I said, for you to really, really increase your energy so that you can be the best version of you and give what you are created to give in this world. Incorporate one at a time. The first two that I would definitely recommend first would be nutrition and exercise. Those are going to give you the best bang for your buck, and then slowly incorporate the rest of the ideas that I gave you. The playfulness, the sitting in stillness, those are all going to benefit you as well. I hope and pray that this has been such a great value to you. Thank you for joining me today on this podcast. And I cannot thank you enough for just, again, being a part of this amazing community. If you have not followed me on Facebook and Instagram, it's just Deanna Herron. I would love to hear from you. I have actually created this podcast because someone recommended, I want to hear this. And if there's something that you would like to hear on this podcast, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I have created a private group called Deanna's Diamonds, and this is a group of women who want to be bold, who want to learn how to shine their light so bright and with grace. I would love for you to be a part of this group as well. You can go to my website at deannaherron.net and just request to be a part of that private group. I go live once a week, and it's just an amazing community of women who uplift and encourage each other. And if that's something that you need in your life, love to have you. Thank you so much, and God bless. Be inspired by the Deanna Herron podcast show at deannaherron.net.